I'm John Henneberry. I'm a Newark voter. And I'd like the attention of all members of Newark City Council, all public officials that are paid to be in this room. I'd like their attention. It includes appointed City Council member Bob Marshall. I'd like your attention. Paying you $500 an hour, Mr. Marshall, to sit in this room. We need your attention. Yeah, apparently you don't care about your constituents, so I'll continue. According to 100 Newark voters polled last spring, the consensus opinion is that our city employees are being paid about double what the voters want to pay them. City Council doesn't want to hear about this $5 to $10 million of annual waste. Mayor Nagy, I've been asking you for over a year now, will you place this item on City Council's agenda? You're stalling. Simple yes or no questions I've been asking for over a year now. Take that as a no. City Manager John Becker, the people paid you approximately $250,000 last year. This is more than we pay the governor of California. We want to know what we're buying. I've been asking you a simple question for a year now. On average, how many hours per day and how many days per week were you at City Hall last year? You answered a more difficult question several months ago. You told us the approximate number of hours worked for the entire year, so you should have no problem answering this relatively simple question. Days per week and hours per day at City Hall on average. Please answer that question now. Yeah, he's a public official. We're paying him over $250,000 a year. We just want to know what we're getting for our money. He won't answer the question. City Council won't ask him the question. No transparency in government here. Next item, Certified Public Accountants Capricci and Larson Incorporated prepared a comprehensive annual financial report for the city of Newark for the year ending June 30th, 2011. Page 50 of that report states that the city of Newark, quote, invested $275,000 in the Newark Betterment Corporation. City Manager John Becker operates the Newark Betterment Corporation. The California Secretary of State lists Newark City Hall as the address of record for this nonprofit. There's no accounting for this $275,000. This was public money. Two questions. First, why do we need a separate entity to operate out of Newark City Hall to manage the people's money? Second, the people want to know what happened to our $275,000. City Manager John Becker, can you tell us what happened to our money? You're the person in control of this separate entity. Please tell us what you did with this money. Okay, he's going to be silent here. We're paying him over $250,000 a year. No accountability. City Council should be asking our City Manager John Becker what he did with this $275,000. This is not an insignificant sum. Where's the accounting? Where did our money go? There are 5 members of Newark City Council. You shouldn't be avoiding these questions. On the contrary, each and every one of you should be asking the City Manager these questions. There are no time clocks at City Hall, and department heads only report to City Council. City Council members are not at City Hall during normal business hours, so you don't know who is working. We're paying massive salaries, and there's no accountability. Next item, appointed City Council member Bob Marshall. Mr. Marshall, you might want to pay attention here. I'm one of your constituents. I'm addressing you. We're paying you $500 an hour to be in this room right now. You still haven't been held accountable for striking me at a city-sponsored political event that took place on July 21st, 2012. The attack was unprovoked, and it has been well documented. There's no doubt that City Manager John Becker summoned the police after I asked strong questions at this event. After the police arrived, Mr. Marshall struck me in full view of the police. The attack was unwanted and unprovoked. Given the circumstances, there is no doubt that Bob Marshall was trying to provoke me. I didn't take the bait, I didn't defend myself, and I did not touch Bob Marshall. You people are using violence, provocation, and our police department to solve your political problems. Bob Marshall, you are a calculating violent offender, and you must resign from Newark City government immediately. Did you hear that, Mr. Marshall, or would you like me to repeat it? You might want to look at me when I'm addressing you. You must resign from Newark City government immediately. You're a calculating violent offender, Mr. Marshall. Newark police officer Jeff Nethercutt was standing directly behind me during the battery incident. He told me that he saw me touch Bob Marshall. This was a lie. Officer Nethercutt also told me more than once, if you don't leave, I'm going to arrest you. I was forced to risk arrest to participate in government. This is a civil rights violation. Competent police officers don't use their position of authority to make threats. Officer Nethercutt violated his oath and needs to be fired immediately. As a reminder, any given police officer's reputation is no better than that of the worst cop. In light of continuing police malfeasance, public relations campaigns by police departments are perverse. Due to the job description, all police departments attract at least some malicious personalities. We need to get rid of cops that are abusing their authority. Firing incompetent and abusive police officers is a necessary function of government. Are there any questions for me? Any questions at all about the $5 to $10 million in annual waste that's been identified by Newark's voters. No questions about this? Okay, I'll see you in a couple of weeks.